What's good, YouTube? Back here with another video. That's Galactus versus Unicron. Before we get into the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get into it.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp and
Death Battle? Fight!
I actually don't know much about Unicron.
Galactus, Devourer of Worlds.
Of course I know about
And
Galactus.
Unicron, Almighty
Unicron.
Chaos Bringer. That's right, it's the
But I know
day
if he's
we've all
matched up
been
against
waiting
Galactus, he's a
for.
badass.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Who would win this death battle?
Boomstick, what is the nature of evil?
Oh, it's 3.5 beers too early for that kind of question, Wiz.
No, seriously, is the wolf that hunts the hare evil? What about the bear that kills the wolf? Or the man that slays the bear? Is that evil or nature?
Yo.
Perhaps this question was
I'm
on
not gonna lie, that
Galactus'
video was
mind as
hilarious
he
to me.
hurtled toward the end of infinity.
I'm pretty sure the question on his mind was, how do I turn this goddamn spaceship around?
That would
Eons
be
ago,
possible.
the planet Ta was a paradise, the most advanced civilization the universe had ever known.
Too bad the universe was coming to an end. I hate it when that happens.
The Ta'an scientist Galen watched as the rest of his race ignominiously perished and decided to die gloriously on his own terms.
By flying a ship into the sun, just like great-grandpappy Boomstick, the crazy old coot. But instead of being vaporized on contact like great-grandpappy Boomstick, Galen got bitten by a radioactive god.
As the last living thing left before the universe's end, Galen was visited by the sentience of the multiverse, who merged with him as part of a cosmic cycle of death and rebirth. As the old multiverse died,
Yo, that's a
new one was
crazy way.
born, and the
That's a
scientists
crazy thing, bro. That's a crazy thing to do, yo. You're trying to kill yourself, and all of a sudden you just become an omnipotent god. That's just
Galen
crazy.
was no more. In his place was a being of untold power, the ravager of galaxies, Galactus.
Well, despite looking like a masochist giant purple vibrator, G-Dog here is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel, baby. And
I thought this. How did he get his height though? Because like, can he like change his height depending on like how you perceive him or something crazy like
there's
that?
only one thing he wants to do: eat friggin' worlds.
Galactus is so unbelievably, mind-meltingly powerful that strong doesn't really begin to describe him. Just being near him will begin to warp your perception of reality. In truth, he isn't even really a physical being with a soul anymore, but composed of energy itself, the power cosmic.
Basically, your all-purpose space god magic that no good almighty ass-whooping
Feeding,
god can.
absorbing the life energy to stay alive, has to consume planets, stars, dark matter. Oh, this nigga's a fat ass. This nigga's a fat ass. Nah, that's
Go without. Sure, he can use it to
soul
blast your
manipulate
ass to
too?
unholy smithereens, but it's a lot more
yeah.
flexible
He might
too.
be like that.
Described as being in touch with every other living thing at once, the power cosmic allows one access to a near infinite pool of knowledge and the ability to sense danger ahead of time.
I don't think there's a lot for him to be afraid of. He can manipulate matter, read and control the minds of gods, and teleport entire galaxies across the universe.
The power cosmic allows him fundamental control over life itself, manipulating souls, creating new life forms from nothing, and even resurrecting the dead. And because his body is composed of energy, he can't really be hurt in the traditional physical sense. This allows him to grow or shrink his body with seemingly no limit, and alter his appearance.
Wait. He chooses to look like that?
His physical
Yeah,
appearance
that's what I
matches the
thought.
species observing him, so
That's
a
what I
human
thought.
sees a human Galactus, a scroll Galactus, and so on.
Oh, so it's just like how I see the world.
Yes.
What are you staring at?
What matters most to me in the world.
That's
Awesome.
amazing. That's
No,
amazing,
not
man.
awesome. Very not awesome. At least as far as Galactus is concerned, since witnessing his approach is itself the end of the world. You would only have enough time to pray to your paltry gods before Galactus consumed your entire planet, absorbing its
insane.
energy into himself, then moving on to his next meal.
Man, I guess his costume is appropriate because he sounds like a total dick. Like, come on, man. You watched your whole planet die. Now you're gonna go around the universe doing the same thing?
It's not
Yeah.
entirely his fault. Galactus' power is so immense that the only thing that can sustain him is the consumption of entire worlds. Without this constant feeding, he would perish, just as humans would without consuming plants or other animals.
Kinda like how
I wonder how many-
squirrels, cause
I wonder how many like days or like light years or like millenniums it would take for him to like starve himself to death. I wonder how long it would take. 'Cause
each and every one of them.
No,
He's huge.
categorically the exact opposite, actually.
So-
Galactus isn't vengeful or cruel. If he could avoid any unnecessary death, he would. But just as the universe is bound by the laws of physics, Galactus is bound by his hunger.
And that hunger has put him in conflict with some of Marvel's other heaviest hitters, like Odin and the Phoenix Force. Galactus' fight with the Other and the Scryer got so intense, they threatened the entire infinite multiverse just as a side effect of the battle.
While Galactus himself can comfortably cross countless light years in seconds, some of these beings are more like abstract concepts than actual living things, many of which operate outside of linear time.
Like this alien bug dude who tried to use Galactus' energy to destroy 2 whole universes. Even after being drained by him, he still nuked 3 whole star systems before
Dang.
getting a snack.
Should he somehow be threatened by beings beyond even the scope of his power, Galactus crafted a device to solve all of his problems, the ultimate nullifier.
In case that name isn't obvious enough, it's a teeny tiny weapon that destroys anyone you think of.
It doesn't just destroy them, it destroys everything. The entire multiverse is eradicated, then recreated without the target. An extremely roundabout way
That's
of winning,
insane.
but it works. That's exactly what happened when Galactus used it on the abstract
That's like
god
some
of destruction,
Xenon
Abraxas.
type
He
shit.
destroyed the god of
That's some Xenon type shit. Like you just, you know what? This universe and you, and guess what? You're not coming back in the next universe.
destroying things with a Happy Meal toy. It's like my therapist said, great things come in small packages.
And the nullifier was key to Galactus' first great defeat upon his inevitable arrival on Earth.
When that pesky Reed Richards managed to get his stretchy hands on the thing, Galactus finally backed down and spared the planet.
Which makes no practical sense. The ultimate nullifier is a part of Galactus himself. It uses his own power. He can summon it at any time and even escape its effects by hiding in a pocket dimension. It even had the safety on.
Maybe he was
The
just bored.
safety-
After billions
That
of
has
years
a
of cosmic
safety on it?
genocide
That's
just to survive,
crazy.
I'm pretty sure Galen forgot what it meant to be mortal. Perhaps that was the true evil all along, the slow death of Galen's humanity. Because what could be more terrifying than a being that sees everything and everyone you know and love as nothing more than his next meal? Before heaven and earth, before light and dark, there was Unicron. Created by the formless, primordial being known as the One to explore the fledgling multiverse, Unicron
I
instead
didn't know Transformers had a
decided to
multiverse. I'll say that.
consume everything.
Dude, come on! Bad Unicron! Bad God! Bad!
The One decided to split Unicron into 2 beings, one of order and hope known as Primus, and the other of chaos and evil known as Unicron. Again.
Like all good sibling rivalries, they pushed each other's shit in over the fate of all existence. That is, until the goody little two-shoes Primus tricked his bro into imprisoning their souls in giant asteroids. Classic sibling prank. For me, it was the dryer.
Primus terraformed his
dryer?
asteroid into what would later be
That's
known as the
insane.
planet Cybertron, while Unicron did something different.
Yeah, he turned his planet into a planet that eats other planets. Not only that, it can change its form into a giant badass robot Satan. He's literally the first Transformer.
And with this new body, Unicron would travel the cosmos,
Transforming
consuming
a
planet after
planet
planet
is
and
kinda
universe
crazy.
after universe. Not necessarily because of any hunger or need.
That's kinda
but because
crazy.
Unicron is the physical embodiment of death and destruction. He is literally programmed to destroy everything.
God's gotta do what a God's gotta do.
That
and
is
good
true.
luck trying to fight back. Uni's robot body comes with a tractor beam, eye lasers, fire breath, a chest cannon, and an antibody system in case anyone tries to pull a Drax on him.
Unicron can mentally dominate an entire race of beings, erase
Damn.
things from existence, warp the fabric of space and time, and even manipulate
These are some
matter
heavy hitters,
itself.
bro.
So
These
even
are
if
some
his
heavy
big
hitters.
robot body is damaged or destroyed, he can repair it lickety-split, or even send his spark out to find a new host.
Essentially the Transformers version of a soul, Unicron's spark is immensely powerful and produces its own energy source, Dark Energon.
Unicron is so evil that he can literally turn his bad dude energy into weapons of mass destruction, like unholy blades or planet-busting lasers.
This dark energon will corrupt any that consumes it, turning them into a puppet of Unicron himself.
It's also obviously the opposite of regular energon, which is created by Primus and what fuels the Transformer race. So Unicron basically runs on the opposite of life. If he's death as a big robot, can he even be killed?
Not by any conventional means. Even the destruction of his spark isn't guaranteed to end him. He will continue to exist as a necessary force that drives the cosmos. Anytime he's destroyed, he will appear again in a new universe. In fact, almost every Unicron you've seen in movies, TV, and comics are the same Unicron.
Unicron is a literal force of nature.
That's insane.
You can't reason with a hurricane
you can't kill him,
that
then.
hates you. All you can do is see it and get the hell out of the way. But this hurricane is never gonna stop until you and everyone you know is DED dead. His mere presence drove an entire planet insane.
I was trying to be poetic before, but this is what evil is. Incomprehensible,
That's
undeniable,
insane.
inescapable. You can't even wait him out. He is unbound by the concept of linear time.
The Chaos Bringer is so powerful, his mere presence wrecks the space-time continuum and can erase galaxies from existence just by strolling by.
To be clear, it isn't the force he's generating by moving that destroys things. It's his existence. His mere being is so overwhelmingly evil that the fabric of space-time cannot fathom Unicron's presence.
I'm not gonna lie, I've always had this fascination with like things that are so far like gone that like it's hard to really put in perspective like how broken motherfuckers are. Like I that shit isn't like these two motherfuckers is broken. Like broken. But right now from like what they saying, it look like Unicron gonna win because you can't kill him.
Holy dude.
You kinda can kill Galactus.
No wonder he was able to devour nearly a quarter of the entire multiverse, one universe at a time.
Estimates for the size of the Transformers multiverse vary from over 15 quadrillion universes to an infinite number of universes, branching timelines, and planes of existence. And who better to portray a being who brings death to the universe than the man who gave birth to modern cinema? A final role fitting for an artist so much larger than life. Or deeply ironic that it's a feature-length toy commercial.
He finally got his beard.
Has always been celebrated for his excellence. I say.
Despite that unbelievable
I want
power,
whatever he
the
had.
Chaos Bringer's almighty rampage through reality has been halted a number of times, usually due to the matrix of leadership, the essence of Primus himself, and the embodiment of all hope and light in the universe.
Are you telling me that Robo-Satan was defeated by the power of friendship? Forget beer! I'm gonna need some of that shit going straight into the vein.
That's insane.
As the abstract idea of evil actualized, any notion of goodness is directly antithetical to his being.
As incomprehensible to Unicron as he is to us.
But despite the best efforts of heroic Transformers like Optimus Prime, Unicron has always returned from the smoldering ashes of defeat and risen to threaten reality again.
It's his very nature.
Such as the time a united armada of Autobots, Decepticons, and an entire people created from his cells, the Minicons, tried to destroy him once and for all.
They actually succeeded in killing him, until Galvatron's hatred for Optimus brought Unicron back to life.
Because challenging Unicron means challenging evil itself, destroying destruction itself. An impossible paradox.
You
can't
do
kill
that. Unicron because killing is literally what Unicron is. So, what does that mean for us?
Every petty act of violence, every war, every cruelty,
fuels him.
every death
really
battle
fuels him.
gives Unicron
Power.
life, the life he'll use to kill us all. We are culpable in our own annihilation.
Unicron's not just some comic book villain. He's all there is and all there will be. He was there at the beginning, and he'll be there at the end. He's a law of physics. He's as inevitable as your dying breath.
Jesus, now you got me scared.
I mean, he's not wrong though. He's not wrong. I gotta go.
This episode.
So, based on the descriptions, damn, I'm gonna have to go back to you because the one problem is, well, no, because But would that work against him though? If he used that device that's a part of him, if he used that to get rid of him, would that work? Because then he still respawn because he's evil and death incarnated. This is a hard one. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very hard one.
Death Battle is sponsored by Death Battle.
I have no
synergy, right, Wiz?
By popular demand, Death Battle the game is finally back and available for pre-order this December.
Ever wanted to live out your very own death battle with you as the combatant?
Because
of course you have.
Death Battle the game is a fast-paced head-to-head
they're so up
game
here
where players, well,
that
battle
like
to the death.
Are you?
It's just hard to like really just see,
the first player to
see
eliminate
which
all
one
of their opponent's cards
is going to take
wins.
over for real.
Who will be
Plus,
the last one standing?
I'm pretty sure you
With
can't kill
100
Galactus
weapon,
either.
armor, and skill cards, there are tons of options for character creation. Oh, and who could forget?
So it really comes down to which universe is bigger.
If you know.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the
Yeah, I
gamut
don't
of
know
all
who's gonna win this.
possibilities.
I'm gonna
It's
just
time for the death
take a
battle
toss
you've
up
been
and just
asking
say
for forever!
Unicron. I'm taking Unicron. Well, Omnicron.
As all things must, your world has come to an end. Halt! This planet is mine to consume. So saith Galactus, destroyer of worlds.
Begone, thus decrees Unicron, Chaos Bringer.
Hey. I'm not gonna lie, the animation is kind of crazy. The animation is crazy.
Madness, so quick to beg for Oblivion's embrace.
I am Oblivion.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you see this shit in slow mo, but like they're moving hella fast. In actual time. This nigga just threw the sun at him. Damn. Yo, this is amazing. Damn. They definitely just destroyed like 10,000 universes.
I am the power cosmic incarnate, not so easily felled.
They're just not gonna be able to kill each other.
So readily, Unicron.
No devourer, transforming. Beg not for mercy, behold blackness.
He can do that?
Against mine chaos, even gods will die.
What? Nah, that's crazy.
It's your challenge. Here's your goal. This world will bring destruction to it all.
How is the multiverse still surviving at this?
In first and last, true immortality.
He's gotta be.
I have no patience left. Return thy dreams. Enter the void.
That's my boy.
May hear your screams. You know not the power which you command.
Of course I do. Your
What if he breaks
death
it?
I thus demand.
That's why somebody breaks it. Oh my gosh. What?
Finally, I have won.
I've seen the power bringer of chaos.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that was dope. That was dope. That was dope. That was dope. That was a dope ass fight. That was such a hard one to pick. I didn't know who the fuck to pick. I knew that was gonna come into play though, but I didn't think he was gonna break out of it.
We know Galactus and Unicron were beings who could manipulate reality itself and do basically anything.
Older than the universe,
just took
unbound
my
by
first
time,
guess.
they had each other matched in a lot of ways.
So it ultimately came down to which of them was more powerful.
Both could threaten an entire infinite multiverse, but Unicron could only do so over time, devouring them one by one.
While Galactus' battle with the Scryer and the other threatened to destroy the entire Marvel multiverse as just a side effect.
Not to
Damn.
mention, Galactus tussles with cosmic beings like himself all the time.
While Unicron is usually the top dog in Transformers, he's a big fish in a relatively small pond.
that makes
relative
sense.
to Marvel, at least.
That
That
might
makes sense.
sound better for Unicron at first, but it means he has way less experience than Galactus in full-on fights against dudes his size.
And while Unicron has used Dark Energon to infect and corrupt other beings in the past,
You can't corrupt
Galactus
him.
technically doesn't have a soul thanks to his cosmic rebirth from Galen. And he's fended off mental attacks before, so there's no real reason to think that would work here.
And as lame as it is, the ultimate nullifier is just really, really overpowered.
Despite Unicron being able to survive the destruction of his spark, the ultimate nullifier is significantly more thorough. Consider the time it was used against Abraxas, a being that embodied the abstract concept of the multiverse's destruction.
Oh wow.
Sounds like somebody
Oh,
you know.
wow.
Even against someone like
That's
that,
so
the good
bad.
old Ollie Nully had no problem
Let me see.
erasing him from reality.
Missing. It says similar reality / warping powers, much tougher, more powerful. Ultimate. Yeah, you're just seeing the. Yeah, that was my only concern. Was like, is he like, would his stamina run out because he gets fucking hungry? But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He say can't resist the ultimate nullifiers. Weaker than they Galactus. It's harder to regenerate your body. Yeah.
And the
a
same would happen
mismatch.
to Unicron. While Galactus could always hide in that pocket dimension, just as he escaped the nullifier before.
Unicron was an insanely terrifying threat, but Galactus had the power, experience, and arsenal to ultimately annihilate
Galactus is a
If
badass.
you thought
I can't wait to see
was
Galactus in the
going
movie
down
theaters.
in this fight,
Is that he
you
is
were
him.
Unicron.
The winner is Galactus.
To Morocco, I got pretty women showing titties like I'm Flocko. I came in a hard top, I'm still in the drop.